Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So carrying on with the G11P videos, this time we're going to look at the cruise control setting. There's an awful lot to cover on this transmitter, which is why I'm doing these quick videos. So how this works I'll show you on this screen. So you can't turn the cruise control off without touching the throttle. So you'd hold the throttle, then we can enable cruise control. Once we've enabled cruise control, you can come down and change the rate. If you add throttle, it doesn't do anything, and if you brake, it'll turn the cruise control off. Now, although on the face of it, this doesn't seem like it'd be very useful. So the only way you can enable it is to make sure you've got the throttle on and then enable cruise control. It's not designed to work off this screen. So if we show you what you need to do to set this up. So we can come in, and if we go to one of the K switches, we've got the option of cruise. If we go to one of the switches, you've also got the option of cruise. So on this transmitter, K7 is the button down here on grip. You've got a few switches that you can assign it to, but basically I think the best way of setting this up would be to one of the K switches. So if we take that off and we come down to K7, so that's the button on the grip, set that to cruise, so it's something we can get to nice and easy. Then if we go back up and we look at as trims, and we drop down through here, we can see we've got cruise that we can set to as trim. And while we've got this set, you've got normal and reverse and the amount of steps. So if we look at what it does, if we turn cruise control off by pressing the button on the grip as K7, now at any point we can be driving, we can just press the grip, that'll lock as cruise control. Then if we want to increase, we can increase using trim, or you can set it to a variable, depend what you like, and we can use as cruise control. And then if we want to stop, we can either turn cruise control off, or if you've got cruise control set, if you want to turn it off, you can just hit brake and that'll disable cruise control. While ever you hold the throttle and then press your cruise control button, you'll get the cruise control icon, and then you can trim your cruise control to the perfect walking speed or whatever you want. And again, you can either press K7 and cancel it, or if you tap the brake, it'll cancel it. While you're on cruise control, you've got full steering, that's not a problem. You use your trim to increase or decrease the actual speed, and then cancel it whenever you like. As you see, once it's set to a button and a trim, suddenly becomes a lot more useful. Can't see any reason why anybody'd want to use it from this screen, although you can pull the trigger, press it, turn it on, and then you can drop down to your trim and you can change it in here. For me, although yes this works, it's designed to be assigned to a button and a trim, so you've got full control over it without jumping into that menu. And as I say, you do see your throttle position and you do have the icon on top of the screen. So yeah, full cruise control. Again, this will work with anything, so it doesn't really care whether it's electric, nitro, anything at all. Cruise control won't work in reverse, it'll just say cruise closed. So it is forward only cruise control, so make sure you've got your ESC and everything running properly. But I don't see why you'd want cruise control in reverse. I've certainly only ever used it going forward, which is why this is set up like it. But also it's because the option is if you brake, it turns cruise control off just like it does in a real car or a real motorbike. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find this useful, entertaining, or just like listening to my incessant ramblings. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.